Time for us to sit down with the champs. Always love these interviews. These are my favorite ones, as national championships always deserve a little bit more of a spotlight onto the team. We're starting off with Rainbow 6 today. John Kershaw getting them a third straight, or I guess them getting you a third straight, Tyler. That's the easier way of putting it. But first of all, congratulations, guys. Now that you've had a couple of days to let it sink in, kind of settle in, how's it feel?
Feels great. You guys did the hard work. How's it feel?
Not many people can say they've won 3 national championships, so I guess it's kind of just a surreal feeling that you can even consider yourself in that kind of bracket, and most people can't. So it's kind of cool.
I feel like this third one's more of a statement, just because we won it twice in Tier 2, and winning it in Tier 1, it just means the job's finished. Now we just go win another one.
They have added kind of to the postseason. We were kind of doing the math in our heads of how many you've had to win the last couple of times to get there. It was a 10-game season during the first time that you won it. You guys end up winning the final 7 of those straight before you ended up winning the title. Then you go 12-0 the next year, as they had the 2 games in that district, and then moving in after the seeding was kind of set. Now 13 this year. Does the length of the tournament affect kind of how special it feels for you guys, of knowing that, okay, there's even a little bit more we had to go through to get to this point?
I don't know. I feel like you can compare it to a lot of different sports. You kind of just keep playing. You keep, playing really good teams and just proving that, you are the best in the country kind of. So I don't think the length of the games really, or not length, but the length of the season really says much, but I wish they would not do it before Christmas break. But overall, no, I honestly, it just allowed us to play with each other a little bit more, and I love playing with my team, so being able to just have a little bit more time with them has just made it all much better for me.
This year, you guys end up going 9 matches before you dropped even a round. Or not round, but dropped actually one of the matches and actually had somebody push you to that best of 3 or that best of 5. When you were kind of going through that, how did you keep your guys focused on the job at hand and not start sleeping on the teams that you're going against, Tyler?
Definitely when we lost that round, it was more due to us failing and not the other team beating us. It was more mentally for us. Having those win streaks, match streaks is really good to build confidence, but when we lose, it's more humbling and how we can fix those mistakes.
In the national championship match, Guilford pushed you guys a little bit, but that wasn't the first time you guys have been pushed. The opening round of the quarterfinals, Hawkeye, and you knew this was going to happen. The 8 seed always comes out with nothing to lose in these type of situations. Doesn't matter if it's basketball, doesn't matter if it's soccer, doesn't matter if it's esports. Nothing to lose. They're going to try and throw everything at the wall. Did that kind of wake you guys up a little bit, kind of like what you're talking about, just to kind of get excited again about that postseason push and saying, okay, even though we're playing some of the same teams that we faced off against, they're still going to find ways, and maybe this makes it even a little bit tougher?
Honestly, we kind of had the same teams that were playing through our group and then into nationals. So it was kind of like, oh, dang, we have to play them again. But they honestly, the Hawkeyes, they were really good sports, and they were just, really good people to play against. They gave us a run for our money during the first round. And then WSU Tech, they're a really good, dominant team. They've won Tier 1 before. They've been in the national finals multiple times. So going against a team like that really just proved to us that, whoever's winning this game can really take it all. So then Guilford's won one as well. So just playing a team that has that caliber of players and kind of just pushes you to an extent that, you're like, dang, they're pretty good, but, I'm better than them at this point, I guess, because I beat them. But having just that ability to, play against the best and kind of just prove yourself is just all around just a great experience.
We're not ignoring you, John. I got one more question for Tyler before we jump over to you for a few.
It's all about them.
The team really showed off your depth in that national championship match, because there are people that absolutely cruise in a lot of ways when it comes to this team that you always know are going to put good maps out. But it seemed like there were rough rounds for some people. Justin had a tough time getting going a little bit there in the first couple of rounds against Guilford. You had a tough time kind of getting going. But then you guys picked things up and kind of picked up for some other players that weren't necessarily having good matches in those third and fourth rounds of it. How does that show the depth of this team, and what are some of the things that does to help you guys?
We definitely have high energy is one of them. We all feed off each other. If one's playing good, another person's going to step up. A lot of it does come down to timing with the game. Sometimes you're in a bad spot, get pinched. And so, just depending on position too, some people can be playing better than others. But, everyone has their role on the team, and if someone just has to die 8 times just to get 8 plants down, we all have our roles. We just feed off each other.
Coach, talk about how proud you are of this group, because not only have they've been so successful, but they've stuck together. I mean, this is essentially the same core that's been on that. Well, we'll talk about the 32-match winning streak in a second too, but that winning streak has been this core group of kids.
Pride just doesn't even express it. Like they work hard every day. They play hard. It's always fun to watch them play. It's like watching your best friends, your kids play, and it's like watching them play with their best friends. Like it's always a joy. I'm proud.
Well, and it seems like, honestly, the motivation comes from them themselves. You don't have to drive this team to do it a whole lot. They're grinding on their own.
They. I kind of manage the Cats as best I can. They are the experts at their craft, and they know they're expected to be the experts at their craft, and they do a good job of that. I step in for the mental stuff. Sometimes we have to have some words, but otherwise all they do is win, and they're dedicated to that and doing it all the best they can. And I'm just here to support them and make sure they can do that.
Well, something that's flipped is when you came in as a coach, you brought kind of a bit more structure, I feel like, to kind of not just Rainbow Six, but to all the teams, as far as you are going to practice, you are going to be here. If you're not going to do this, then you're not going to be a part of the esports team, because this is a commitment that we have to it. The buy-in from everybody was immediate from this group of kids, and not just this group. I mean, this group obviously has seen the success come to them, but the buy-in was immediately there. Do you feel like that's something that is missing from, I don't know, it is kind of, gamers want to be pushed like that too? They want to have somebody that wants to drive them like that?
Oh, I think so, yeah. I think everybody wants to. I mean, I think a lot of people are competitive without even realizing it. They just need somebody to help foster that competitiveness and focus it in the right way. Like, it's easy to be angry nerd at home, I mean, gaming, but we could focus that same energy to a place where it could get you, get you some fancy rings, get you some scholarships, get you some national recognition. Like, nobody can ever take that away from you. You guys be national champions for the rest of your lives. Like, they're going to be on a wall, they're going to be on a website. Like, that's forever. That's a lot more than just gaming at home with your friends.
Perfect segue into the 32-match winning streak. You guys have not dropped a match since week 3 of 2022 or 2023 in the spring season. Fall season. There we go. There's a lot of seasons that come with these sports. But when you talk about that winning streak, how much has that put the target on your guys' back, and how much do you guys embrace that target?
I'm here for it. I'm here to compete. I'm here to win. Like, I'm here to talk trash to the other coaches. I mean, that's what I'm going to do. Like, I'm here to win. That's what they're here to win. They all know casual gamers need to apply at this school. If you want to be a champion, this is the place to be. I mean, I'm all for it. Like, I will tell people, yep, bring it. We will take the best. We'll tell any team in this country, I don't care where you're at, bring the heat. We're ready to play, whether it's United States Army or a Division I college or whatever else. All we do is win, right?
And we haven't even counted the 32 matches into that. But what's the 32? What does 32 mean to you guys when you think about that? Which is specialer, 32 in a row without losing, or 3 national championships in a row?
I'd say neither. Getting to play with some of my best friends in the world is probably the best thing I can do right now. But I guess, you get the cherry on top with getting rings and saying you're unbeaten in that sense. But being able to play with some of my best friends in the world is nothing you can take away from me, I guess. So.
I mean, the 32 is cool and all, but you got to finish the job. You got to get those rings. So I feel like the 3 natties hold more power over the winning streak.
Talk about next year. What's obviously the goals come back and have another one of these conversations next year. Give Justin and Leandro and Chad. Cody. There we go. I got to mess up once in every interview.
Sorry, Chad.
It's going to be his new name on the esports chat. What's it going to take for you guys to come back and do it again? Because esports is getting tougher each year. There's more teams in it this year by almost 3 times the amount that were in it last year. It's going to keep getting tougher. How do you guys keep getting sharper on your game?
Iron sharpens iron. So if we're playing a team that's going to beat us, the Army's handed us a couple L's on the side for scrimmages, but we just learned from them. A lot of our strats came from them and how they stomped us in matches, and we took that and did the same to some of the teams in the league. But going into next season, we just got to stay together, high energy.
Not a single meow from you guys today.
Oh, I was going to give you one. Yeah, we're just going to keep meowing.
Wait.
It's just one of our things. Yeah, coaches are yellers. foul language people. I mean, I'm all those sometimes, but at the end of the day, they all know it's going to be, just give me a meow. Sometimes it's just enough to just break them out of whatever mental health headspace they get into. We got a soundboard in the Discord too. Somebody can just drop a meow in the voice chat if they want to, just to just to break the tension a little bit. These kids, all of them, I mean, all the teams, they play so much better when they're talking and they're having fun. So we just try and keep it fun and competitive, and we're just going to keep winning.
That's with any sport. If it's fun, you do better, and you guys are definitely having fun at what you're doing. Obviously, by the bling that's on these hands. If you haven't seen the rings, there's going to be a third one added to those rings for a three-peat national champions. Rainbow Six, thanks you guys so much for taking some time to talk.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.